Welcome back. Grant County students face changes to school vaccination standards for next school year. Students in kindergarten through 8th grade are now required to have 2 doses of the varicella vaccine for chickenpox or verification from a healthcare provider that the child has had the disease. High school students are not required to get the vaccinations for next year, but they will be starting in the 2016-2017 year, according to Katie Wolt with the Department of Health's Office of Immunizations and Child Profile. Under existing statutes, all students must have the following vaccinations to attend school: 3 doses of the hepatitis B vaccine, 4 of the polio vaccine, 2 doses for measles, mumps, and rubella, 5 doses of the DTaP vaccine for diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis, and 1 dose of Tdap vaccine for students in grades 6 to 12. Parents choosing to not vaccinate their children must have a completed certificate of exemption form signed by themselves and a medical provider on record at their child's school. A Union Gap woman was injured in a collision with a semi-truck Saturday morning on State Route 243, about 14 miles south of Mattawa. According to the Washington State Patrol, Adela Cuevas Valdivinos, a 51-year-old woman, was stopped at a stop sign at the intersection of State Route 24 and SR 243. She reportedly attempted to make a left turn onto SR 243 and was struck by an oncoming Freightliner semi-truck. Cuevas Valdivinos was taken to Memorial Hospital in Yakima for her injuries. The driver of the semi-truck, 40-year-old Mattawa resident Paul E. Stout, was not injured. The State Patrol issued Cuevas Valdivinos a ticket for failing to yield the right-of-way. Volunteers are needed to help clean up graffiti in the Larson community on Saturday, May 2nd. The Light of Larson Ministry and Christian Motorcycle Association from the Tri-Cities are looking for people to cover the graffiti in the neighborhood from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Paint and supplies will be provided, along with a barbecue at Doolittle Park. For more information, contact Art Brown with the Light of Larson at 509-350-3720. In Northwest news, a student gunman was tackled by school staff after firing shots at a Lacey High School. It happened Monday morning at North Thurston High School. Police say a 16-year-old student fired 2 shots into the ceiling of the school. A teacher and the principal tackled the suspect and held him until officers arrived. No one was hurt by gunfire. School was canceled for the day, and students all filed into the football stadium to be picked up by their parents. A Seattle family turns grief into something good. After losing their son in an accident more than a decade ago, they're honoring his memory by giving 2 of his classmates an incredible gift. Como's Cale Thompson has the story.
Whose house is that at?
Oh, Grandma, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Time is healing a deep and painful wound for Kristen and Brian Jeans. 11 years ago, their son, Tanner, died in a tragic bicycle accident. Tanner was only 7.
It was a very tough day when that happened. He was just such a happy kid.
The Jeans knew they wanted to honor Tanner's memory, so they channeled donations after his death into a memorial scholarship to the University of Washington. By 2010, there was enough money for 2. The scholarships were held until this year, when Tanner would have graduated Mount Si High School.
Oh my gosh, it was very emotional. It was just tears everywhere.
Nikki Mostofi and Sean Hyland would have been Tanner's classmates and walked the stage with him at their upcoming graduation. Cell phone cameras were rolling when the 2 learned they were chosen.
You are absolutely a top candidate.
It is life-changing on both sides.
A lot of ways I don't think I'm quite deserving of it, but I'm very honored to be able to accept this.
I think that's a big honor for me to be able to live the life that he can't.
For Tanner's family, finally awarding the scholarships ends a long and emotional journey.
It's a little bit of like closure and thank you at the same time.
But the milestone is also bittersweet.
It still hurts. I wish he was here going to college. You know, if I could have it my way, that's how it would be. So this is the next best.
And that's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.